Joe Jacobson joins us, founder of the Progress Action Fund and a Democratic strategist. Welcome, Joe. And also Nan Hayworth, former New York Congresswoman. So welcome to you both, and thanks so much for coming on today. Just good to see you. Let's just start with your reaction, Joe, and you could start us off. What do you make of not only Elon Musk's X post, right, because that is separate, but then also the email that went out to federal employees saying, hey, let us know what you've accomplished. What do you think about it?
Sure. I mean, a SpongeBob meme is funny. Who's not going to say a SpongeBob meme is pretty funny? But I think he's not focused. He's just out here for clout and doing whatever he wants. And that's not what the American people signed up for. Nobody voted for him. And this is going to be hurting families and all Americans because for Social Security and for Medicare, you need people to administer the program. If he's going through every agency firing people, like USAID, there are potential conflicts of interest there. That's not going to be helping people. He's using a sledgehammer, but he should be using a scalpel. Unfortunately, that's not what's going on.
Yeah, and Congresswoman, I want to get your thought on this because in that soundbite we heard, it says cut and be cruel. Is Elon Musk being cruel by doing this, or is he doing what his job is as Doge, just to cut some of the workforce?
Well, speaking as a surgeon who has actually wielded a scalpel thousands of times in my life, he's not being cruel. He is being objective. The election of 2024 was about helping the American public who work very hard, who, as the Democrats always say, follow the rules and pay their taxes, to help them realize the value of what government does for them. Doge is an auditing service. In fact, one that was started by President Obama, but Doge audits. President Trump is empowered to make changes, and he is seeking to make changes so that all the services that government is expected to deliver to us, including conspicuously Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, veteran services, run better. So Elon Musk is willing to be a lightning rod for that, but it's President Trump who makes the case. And certainly so far, he has been praised for much of his effort. It's a big messaging battle, but he's trying to make government serve us better and return resources to us who work so hard for them.
Yeah. Great point. Not to mention, Joe, I mean, performance reviews are not totally atypical for employees here. Normally, you do check in with your boss once in a while and you share updates about what you've accomplished for the week. It actually should be very easy if the government's working well, right?
Tell that to Kash Patel and all the agency heads who say disregard this. So the Trump administration is clearly not knowing what each other are doing in the different departments. And on the issue of Medicare and Medicaid, Elon Musk and Donald Trump just approved the House budget that's going to be cutting Medicare and Medicaid from 20 million people. So they're not only using the wrong tools, but they're also using those tools to take away health care from people. That's not right, and that's not what people signed up for.
I don't know if that's what.
No, President Trump has said.
Check the House budget. Check the House budget. He signed up for it. Just check it.
Withdrawing federal supports for any such benefits that are going to people present in the United States illegally. That's where that comes from.
Okay.
All right. Let's pivot to this. Joy Reid's MSNBC show, The Readout, it's been canceled after 5 years. It's a major shakeup at the network over there. The move comes as the new MSNBC president is reportedly restructuring the network to adapt to shifting viewer habits. Reid's 7 p.m. program will be replaced by a panel show co-hosted by Simone Sanders Townsend. Some others on there as well. President Trump posting on True Social about this, and he writes this: low-life chairman of Comcast, Brian Roberts, the owner of ratings challenged NBC and MSNBC, has finally gotten the nerve to fire one of the least talented people in television, the mentally obnoxious racist Joy Reid. The whole corrupt operation is nothing more than an illegal arm of the Democrat Party. They should be forced to pay vast sums of money for the damage that they have done to our country, fake news, and unpardonable sin. Congresswoman, your thoughts? There's a lot there to unpack. What's your takeaway?
Well, Joy Reid obviously has proven to be as unpopular with the American public as President Trump has indicated. So I don't think her departure from their big lineup at MSNBC is going to be mourned by many. And I'm not certain that her replacements will be any more friendly to an ecumenical point of view. So there's also that.
Yeah.
You're being very, very kind, Nan, for saying we don't like what she's saying. No one's tuning in to hear what she has to say. In fact, it's incredibly, incredibly divisive if you do listen to some of her monologues. Joe, but I'm wondering if this reshuffling here, if you will, or canceling of Joy Reid and her viewpoint does send a message to Democrats. I mean, is there something that folks who want to win could take away from it?
Not really. I think the big thing is that it's clear that Donald Trump's focused on, the most important thing, which is spending his time talking about Joy Reid and TV ratings while he's president. The average American wants him focusing on prices. We just saw a 15-month high in inflation. So if I'm the average person, I'm like, why is he tweeting about this? Why is Elon tweeting about SpongeBob? Just do your job. I voted for you if I'm the average voter who did so. And they should be focused on that, not on trolling the libs. That's not what people voted
Joe,
for.
let me just interject here for a minute. I mean, Joy Reid is notorious for making racist comments on MSNBC.
Yeah, that's just not true. The average American, no offense to you or them, isn't watching political television. So she's not notorious, and she hasn't done that. That's just not happening.